One, two, three. Say I think you're gonna die in the new.
Hi, Misha is here. About a year ago, I set off to learn React Native and build a mobile app in under 30 days.
I have an idea of an app.
Well, or 30 days.
1 month. Not a day more. I'm starting today.
I finally got 1 day free of work. Time for more work.
How the hell did I pull it off? How the hell did I learn software engineering, designed it, built it, and launched it in under 30 days? Here's how.
Before I tell you, we're gonna drink some whiskey.
Today we're tasting Copper Pony Rye whiskey, which I might or might not have already tasted before. Copper Pony is a South Carolina distillery, which might come off surprising to you if you know anything about whiskey, because how many South Carolina whiskeys do you know? I checked, and South Carolina actually currently has 30 whiskey distilleries on its whiskey trail, which means there might be more out there. And Copper Pony is one of them. Copper Pony is a budget rye. It's in the $25 to $30 range. And surprisingly, it actually earned a silver medal at San Francisco Spirits Competition, which might also come off surprising for a budget whiskey. It's 90 proof, which means it's 45% alcohol by volume. Let's give it a try. Now, I remember trying it before. As you could see, it was already open, and I kind of liked it. I was not impressed by it. There's a lot of herbs in there, which might remind you of any rye. There's some black tea note. Reminds me a little bit of moonshine, maybe. Plum, like a fresh plum, not completely, not very ripe. When you just take it off the vine and it's still hard. Oh wow, I get this wild honey on the taste, which is completely different from what I could feel on the nose. On the taste, it's sweet. I want to say buckwheat on the finish. Most of you have probably never had buckwheat. There's a lot of complexity in here. In this price range, it's a pretty good deal. It's not even in the top 5 of my favorite rice, but it's out there. It's decent for its price. You know, I shoot these videos back to back just to drink all of it at once. I just tried Bruichladdich Blackheart, which you have probably seen or will see in one of my future videos. And the Blackheart cost $350 per bottle. It actually costs $400 per bottle. I just picked it up during a promotion for $350. This thing costs $25 per bottle, and this is worth every dollar out of it. The Bruichladdich Blackheart, it's not for me. Some people find it very complex and interesting and beautiful. It's not my thing, at least this expression of Blackheart. Yeah, this Copper Pony, I keep finding new things. I just smell the dill. Yeah, very, very interesting whiskey. How the hell did I learn software engineering, designed it, built it, and launched it in under 30 days? Here's how. First, I designed 90% in one day, which is because I happen to be a product designer, so it was easy as hell for me. The next part was starting to build it, and I've never built application ever in my life. So I went on the website of React Native that had a ton of documentation for React Native. It had some Hello World templates for applications. I just downloaded it, started it, and started playing with it. It took me a couple of days to get a hang of what goes where. I changed some code and I changed some things on the screen of my phone. And then I was like, well, it's not that hard. Well, at least that's what I thought. I then made a list of features which I was going to build, which was already pretty easy knowing what my design is. Since I designed it in the first day, I listed out the features that I wanted to build. The next part was actually building them out.
Spent about one more day trying to fix the model.
One fucking word. I had to fix one fucking word. Look at this motherfucker. Spent another miserable day trying to finish the app, and the module that I was trying to use for reading the license plates is not working the way I expected it to work.
I finally set up the Firebase database, but I haven't figured the way to upload photos yet.
This is what developers face every day. Throughout this whole process, I realized that being a software engineer, you have to get comfortable not knowing what you're doing. So, where am I today? Well, right here. I decided to build the application and upload it on my phone, but it turned out much harder than I expected. If you know what you're building and how to build it, you're probably tap dancing in one place, and you should probably start learning new skill. So every day I would start with not knowing how to build something, I decided Googling it, Googling the other version, then debugging it, and feature by feature, it ended up working out. By the end of this journey, I submitted it to the App Store. I got a rejection from the App Store because my app was pretty buggy at first. I debugged it, submitted it again, and voila, the app was in the App Store. I got some feedback from my friends. With the next iOS update, they changed something, so the app started giving some bugs, which I thought that, yeah, I need to fix it. But at about the same time, my job contract was ending, so I needed to start looking for a new job. It took me a couple of months to get to a more or less stable position. In March of this year, I finally got a full-time job, so now I'm finally settled. I then had to move because I wanted to live closer to my job. I was preoccupied with setting up my new place, setting up this whole thing, as you can see, because I also wanted to shoot videos. And I'm finally, I'm shooting this video, so you might assume that I'm done setting up the new place, and I finally have some time to continue working on the application, which is what I'm going to do. Here are the updates. The app is buggy as f right now. I have to fix the bugs. This is the first task. The second task is fixing some of the UX issues that some of my friends were pointing out and adding some core functionality that was missing in the first version. And the last part of the updates to the app will be a new app. During this whole pause time after my marathon of building the application, after I launched it, I meet a cop and I showed the application to the cop. He actually looked at it and he told me his honest opinion that it looks pretty cool, but it will probably be impossible to monetize it the way I want right now. But he said that cops pretty often face this difficulty when they drive through the streets of San Francisco and they see a bunch of cars double parked, which creates a tremendous amount of traffic. People who are not considerate on the road, they are the reason why you stay in traffic. Cops in San Francisco just don't have time to deal with them. To issue a ticket, it takes about 5 minutes. You have to stop, you have to honk at the person, you have to come out of the car, walk out to their car, pull out the ticket, give them the ticket. It takes time. Cops in San Francisco have more important stuff to deal with. So I decided to make a cop app. It will be the same Bully Hunter, but it will be Bully Hunter Cop. So yeah, here's the quick update. I'm gonna start posting new videos. In the meantime, let's watch how I actually built it.
I think you're gonna